Okay, I'm just gonna confirm everything is working before we start. So let me just check everything before we go on YouTube. We can go on our public here account, not Google account, new channel. Okay, we're gonna just make sure everything is working. Hello. Okay, the volume is very low. I need to turn the volume up somehow. 1 second. Let's see if it's better now. Yeah, much better, much better. Okay, we're gonna start now, and let me just, oh fuck, let me post the link in the group chat. Let's see here. Oh shit. Why is it not working? Weird. 1 second. Okay, there you go. Okay. Link, Discord, views. Okay, so the link is public now. This will be a public live stream. It won't be a private one. We do have private ones which are posted in the VIP section, and those ones are morely, where to enter, how to enter, blah blah. It's more market insights in depth compared to this one. How this will be, okay? This will be mostly on how to safely trade Bitcoin, and in general any crypto market, and how to identify scams, risky platforms, like exchanges. Like I've been through many scammy exchanges. Mex is one of the biggest ones. Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry, my mic got disconnected. Okay, let's do this. Okay, yeah. Back to what I was saying was, how to protect yourself from scammy exchanges, especially like Max is one of the biggest ones at the moment. Once you start becoming profitable on it, they will stop with letting you withdraw your funds. Third one is what's that thing called? There's few. There's Binance is definitely one of them. They may look legit, but they definitely have like a lot of scammy stuff going on. FTX was the other one. FTX and Binance are the two exchanges that I have my funds being held on. FTX is like honestly GG's. There's nothing can be done about that now. Binance, there's still a little bit of hope, but at the moment I think that we are absolutely fucked because there's no, especially these exchanges, there's no regulations, right? So now one good thing is that there's CFDs for Bitcoin. That means they're being traded on brokers that are like regulated, right? So you don't need to trade these on exchanges. So it's always best to have your own personal account because even like let's say you want to trade Bitcoin or any other market, you don't have the funds for it, you want to go on prop firms. And one thing I'm gonna say is very extremely important, especially for prop firms, is do not manage other people's accounts. And the one, especially, let's say you have no money. First of all, yourself, you're just come in the market, you're making money, and then you're like, fuck, let me just go online and see how I can manage someone else's money, and then get a little bit of profit. But the thing is, especially with FTMO and Fivers, the top two prop firms that do offer funding, FTM was extremely good, so I wouldn't want to be on their bad side. Because once you're on the bad side, they will stop your withdrawals. They'll even, what's that thing called? Once they detect, let's say you're managing someone's account or you're doing some, shady stuff on the side, beside the thing, what is that thing called? Beside, like, let's say you just have an account, you follow the rules and you blow the rules, that's fine. You can just get another account, you'll be fine. But if you're doing stuff like managing people accounts, like anything that's not part of the rules that you're not allowed to do, beside doing it on your own personal account yourself, if you're doing it on someone else's, they might permanently ban you. That means even if you got an account on your own account, and you're not managing anyone else's, they'll listen. You pass phase one, and they'll just probably just not even let you go. And ultimately, you cannot even do anything about that. You're just kind of screwed. The only thing you can do is hit up your bank and get your money back. But at the end of the day, you'll be banned from the platform permanently. And they don't just ban you, just your IP ban, they ban your addresses, every single thing, like the geolocation of your area, right? So it's very, very interesting on FTMO. I didn't know about this until I started doing it myself, helping people manage their accounts and stuff. And now, even I had about, I think, 15, I had a good amount of payout on FTMO when they actually gave me a warning. Now I still do get payouts in and there, but I don't. It's hard because even now, recently, I was trying to manage one of the group's accounts. It's just that they don't allow it. They just have a crazy system that they can easily detect if someone else is trading on your account. So the only viable solution that I've talked to a few guys in the group now are saying that completely make a new profile, and then continue from there. But don't do the same thing again, right? Do not like manage people's accounts and then stuff like that. So other than that, yeah, I mean that's one thing that's about prop firms. It's a really good platform to make money, blah blah, but it's also good to like fund your personal account. If you're just there like, hey, I make money 5k whatever per payout, and you're not saving a certain amount for your actual investments, what if you lose account because you don't know when the market goes? So, like it can just be a fat wick down and your account's gone, daily drawdown, right? So it's good to fund your personal account or at least have a good side income coming in. So but at the moment it's very tough for me as well, these stupid ass profit rules. But this is why even if you make, let's say, $100 or whatever, just start loading your personal account. I'm telling you, that's one main thing that you should always have a goal, especially with prop firms, is have a personal account, and that's where you're going to be funding in, because at the end of the day, you don't know. So there's I mean, I've been through a few prop firms, right? So I went through let me just check my mic. Yeah, I think I gotta keep this open, this stupid mic. I'm using my phone to use a mic because my other computer mic is for not connecting somehow. I think it might be a driver issue. But yeah, I'm not sure how long that was disconnected for. But yeah, back to what I was saying is, with prop firms, FTMO, there's issues. Even right now, you cannot. They ban your geolocation. So even if you're using complete different device, complete other things, they will ban you permanently. And the only way, for I guess one of my friends that I was talking to online, the only way this worked is what you call it, is what's that thing called? Is making a new profile, complete different new profile. Yeah. Other than that, and also and that's one way to do it. But yeah, back to the other thing I was saying is, for prop firms, use prop firms to fund your personal account, right? You need to find a broker in your city that's regulated by the government, not like random new broker that just came out, that's regulated by the government, especially in Canada, where I am, to even get you to even start like a, what you call it, investment advisory group or anything, or business, blah blah. You need to get a license, and to even get that license, you cannot just get a license that you study, blah blah, do the test, and you get your investment advisor license. You need to get it through. You need to be sponsored by a firm that's already there to even get your license, right? So it's like, even though you can study as much as you want, the government can just hand you hand you the license until you are given to. So when you look at it like that, that this whole thing, trading, everything is a business, right? So if you just come to the market thinking that, okay, I'm just gonna get in, get out, no, it's not. You might get it, you might come in, you might lose. If you have no risk management, you can just blow that whole account and boom boom boom. So there are pros and cons, both personal and prop firms. And the reason with that is, the personal one, let's say, you have no rules. You don't have a daily drawdown. You can blow the whole account in one day. That's really bad. This is why prop firms are really good, for to build discipline, to to get like a system going on. And once you have that going on, then you can start funding your personal account and you can start trading on that. Because at the end of the day, I got scammed on Binance, one of the biggest crypto exchanges. They're holding my funds. FTX, nothing can be done. Binance, I can just message them, but at the end of the day, they're not regulated in Canada or anywhere. So they are kind of regulated in US, but not really, to the point where you can sue them and stuff like that. And honestly, even me opening a lawsuit, all that bullshit is going to cost way more than what I even have in that account. And it's still not guaranteed that I'm going to get that back. So, right? And knowing that sometimes, especially when you go through that stuff, the best thing to do is cut your losses. And other than that, cut your losses and then sit down and actually think moving forward. Don't just be rushing everything, because at the end of the day, lost money, lost time is worse than lost money, right? Lost money can be made back, but if you just lose a lot of time, then fuck, then in that time you could be doing a lot of other things, right? So that's one thing that I learned over the time in my time I was fucking going through it. At the end of the day, you can't rush the trading market. Once you have like a system going on, you'll see you're making 1% a day. Just look at it in the long term. You're making 1% a day on a 10K account. Eventually, if you're looking years ahead, you'll be like, if you stay consistent like that, you will eventually be managing an account much bigger. So making 1% $100 a day, there will be times where you're making $1,000, $2,000 a day, right? And I had those times. That's why I'm not really attached to money anymore when I see big numbers, because they don't affect me as much anymore, because I've been, I guess, trading for a long time with leverage and high ass leverage, and I don't do that anymore. It's just because it doesn't make sense anymore, especially consistency over anything at this age where I am now after learning everything. Doesn't matter if you're making 10K a month, you should be happy, but it's all in the mindset at the end of the day. So once you can change your mindset, you can start growing, and you won't start feeling, let's say, like I made 1% and I missed a whole move over here, blah blah. Doesn't really affect me at all anymore. The only thing that does affect me is sometimes, let's say I have a plan, I take a short, whatever, let's say I take a short right here, and I see a good move coming back down, like a 4% dump, whatever, okay? You trail your take profits, and that trailing hits. You will never know, never. I don't know any trader that will know for sure. Yeah, you'll have a high probable setup, but there'll be no trader in the world that will know 100% that it's gonna come down. Let me see here. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I was saying there will be no trader that knows it's going to come down 100%. The only way to fight that is you take profit one, you keep your stop loss, I say, at entry. You might get stopped out, it's totally fine. But ultimately, if you don't get stopped out, you might have a runner, right? And you can start trailing down, and once you get to like a big support zone, this is a big support zone, that's when you can actually lower your size even, or your stop loss much lower. So that's one of the other ways that I trade. And also, how I don't feel anything, especially in the markets. Because in the market, you'll have emotions, but at the end of the day, if you want to be a consistent trader, you could have a system, but you enter a trade, stop loss, take profit one set, and just move. Or if you don't even want to set a take profit one, what you can do, you can set an alert. Price goes there. You look at the reaction around those, areas, see if it's holding. Boom, boom. And you can, do your PA on that and take profit or hold it for much lower prices. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, shoot them in the way, shoot them DM me, general chat, whatever. I'll try to answer them as best of my abilities. Other than that, this is just a public stream. I'm not really going to be going into depth on how my entries, stop losses, and all that stuff work, because that's mostly for VIP members on how to manage your risk. But that's just typical of how I really do it. I see a trade, enter, take profit one, stop loss entry, and let the rest run. Because now over here, we did want over here, but it already held up 0.72. Ultimately I'm looking for probably here now. Flip this and boom, much higher prices. And other than that, I don't really see any other trade on that. Silver has been very technical and beautiful as well. It has been respecting our levels. Amazing, like showed up 86, beautiful. Other than that, good first touch reaction. Really most some of these lows that I'm not really using, but at the moment, doesn't look that strong. Yeah, that was a good zone. Quick first zone that we had marked out. Good reaction. I did not take that. Yeah, at the moment, it looks okay. It looks 50-50. So we'll see tomorrow. I mean, yeah, I guess tomorrow when the market opens, but I am expecting Bitcoin to move up now. It is looking quite local bullish, but I mean, yeah, it could reject down here, but are we gonna, let's see. Yeah, I mean, don't really, yeah, I don't really see much of a rejection here coming. I mean, it is possible, anything's possible in the crypto market, but at the end of the day, don't really see much happening right now. Let's see. Okay, so now we're gonna discuss the group, how everything in the group works and blah blah and stuff like that. So when you join the group, you want to go into rules and disclaimers. All right, most basic things. None of this here is financial advice. Everything you learn, you do it on your own risk. You lose money, you do it on your risk. Blah blah. Pretty straightforward. At the end of the day, because I don't. At the end of the day, especially online, you shouldn't take anything as financial advice. Research it yourself, and boom, boom. When I first started this group, it was I guess December 11, 2024, and I had it public. Over here, if you go on Bitcoin TA old, you can go all the way back to I guess December 11th when it started. Right, I had it up for a month. What? Mic got disconnected again for some reason, but yeah, this all Bitcoin to old before I moved to a subscription. But even in the subscription, once you get into a subscription, you'll have access to what you call it, everything from every single trade that I've taken since I guess I moved to a subscription platform, right? So everything will be you can monitor it, you can read through it, blah blah. Then at the end of the day, what we do is we do have monthly recap. All of these trades, everything taken in the group, everything comes together. Especially this was a recent one that I had a US 500 just this month. Started January 22nd for silver. I've been back testing silver for quite a bit now, and I've seen some great success with it. And even though it is volatile as balls, like fucking complete altcoin with a $10 trillion plus market cap is quite insane to me. But regardless, it is tradable with good risk. So this is what I mean. Have good risk, have good daily goals, and stick to them. Stick to them like your life depends on it. At the end of the day, if you don't have any other way of making money or blah blah, why are you rushing it? Think long term. Don't need to force any single trade. Wait for the trade to come to you and then take it. Even though it may sound very easy, wait for the trade to come to you. But at the end of the day, go get a hobby, go work out, go get a job if you need to, like a part-time job, whatever. Once you're at a point where you have $500 to $1 million in your trading account, or let's say even if you have like 200-300K saved, then you can honestly quit your job and then you can fully focus on this. But even when you fully focus on this, you need to have a plan. You cannot just be just balls deep every single time, right? Because that's not how this is going to work. Yeah, some people, especially, it is hard, especially when you go online, you get a bad trade and you see right away on a reel some guy making millions. Well, do the complete opposite of what you did. And then you start overthinking, I should have done that, blah, blah. Nah, don't ever think like that. Always think like, why I did that? Why did I take that wrong? Even here, like, I took a short, had a very tight stop loss on this, to be honest. I did out of it more, but I did have a feeling that, it's not looking the best here because it is at 69K. It's at a point where it could flip and boom, you can have a nice pullback, right? And when you also look into account the overall, like, this is not even the all-time high, right? So you go all the way, boom, 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 all the way up there, like right here, and you think this is already 50% down. Like, how much more do you want it down, right? So also take that into account. But especially the big drops like this at bigger levels, just leverage your balls in. You have to wait for a range, boom, boom, and then you can slowly low leverage in. So once, I guess, something like this happens, breaks up, and then maybe, So this will be the area of potential potential leverage on. So that would be the area. I mean, how I view the market, if I'm going to be leveraged or not. Other than that, pretty straightforward. Member trades is quite not as active, but this is where you can post your trades. Risk management is very good to see how to put your trading terminology, how to enter trades, everything like you know how to follow my group as well. But it's not like I guess a single group. I mean, typical. I'm kind of it is, but it's more like I guess live trading group. So, let's say I have like a level I'm looking for Bitcoin, blah blah, or any other asset. I'm not gonna just be like, okay, guys, that's the level I'm gonna short. Price goes there, no reaction, and you guys are shorting, you guys are losing money. No, I'm gonna be active in the group, explaining that, hey guys, I'm gonna be taking this trade myself. This is where I'm gonna keep my stop loss. Goes well, goes wrong, or goes well, I will update both. So especially here, see that took a short, stopped out. I'll enter again if I see a good trade. I did enter again. This one stopped out too. Total loss on this, especially with my risk. I even mentioned take a light short. Overall on both of these trades, I lost about 0.45% combined. So 0.545%, which is not that, which is average. And when you look at the monthly recap, these trades will be nothing compared to you. So always look at your overall long-term plan. Do not look at your small little losses and blah blah stuff like that. And this is exactly why personal account will always be superior compared to prop firms. If you're trading Bitcoin, let's say this big drop, you have a personal account, right? This big drop coming below 60,000. This is very big major drop below 60. It like went down. I guess did it even go below 60? Actually, on some exchanges I think it did go below 60, but I think this one it did not. But even regardless, this is a good zone to buy. Like not like leverage buy, spot buy. You buy in, forget, and you come back and boom, what a crazy move. Like this is insane move, like 20%, like just like that in a day type stuff. So these type of areas, especially where big drops are coming on a proper asset, not like you're on ZEC, like a shitty coin, and you just just buy in blindly. If Bitcoin's dropping, like a proper asset, Bitcoin going to major level, you buy and forget. Even US 500, because ultimately if you look at US 500, like up, even the major drops were like not even that much. It will never be more than like I'd say 20-30, unless there's like crazy stuff going on in the market. Usually these are much easier to trade compared to other assets. Compared to Bitcoin, you'll have more. If you're holding long term, this will be much easier to trade. Even day trading, I think these are much better to trade than Bitcoin nowadays, especially because Bitcoin you might have to wait days for even an entry, hours, but this one you wake up, you see a good move, boom, enter, and volatility is always there, especially on one second, on assets like these, silver, right? The volatility always will be there. If you like go in 1 minute, okay, let's say you don't have a trade yet, you pull a normal fib. Usually I like trading is up 76 or 0.72, and if you were to take a very minimum and look at that 1% move already, so usually 1% is more than enough for you. You don't if you have more than 1%, that's just bonus for you. So once you got 1% move, start trailing. Typical stuff, no greediness, and Bitcoin's kind of looking like it's going higher. Yeah, I think this is where I'm going to end the stream. I mean, everything is pretty straightforward now from here. There will be like private stream later on, or if I have time today, I will make one. But other than that, let's see here. Activity. Yeah, so yeah, I'm just gonna call it here. Other than that, any questions? And the group is 100 USD a month, which is honestly, in my opinion, nothing. Because if you are a regular trader and you blow in your account, 100 USD is like nothing. This is one paycheck, not even. Wait, like especially in this economy, if you're crying over 100 USD, then you shouldn't even be trading, in my opinion. Like dead ass. I'm gonna be completely brutally honest with you. Yeah. So, I mean, everything is public here. Nothing is hidden. All my trades, everything. I guess yeah, other than that, yeah, I'm gonna call it here. And if you guys have any questions, you can even comment on the video live stream, or even message me in the group. The link for the group is also in the description. Other than that, hopefully you guys have a great day, and yeah, see you guys on the next stream.